What's up guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner guitar solo for The Kind of Love We Make by Luke Combs. If this video helps you out, hit that like and subscribe button, and the guitar that we're jamming on today is called an Orangewood Brooklyn Live. Orangewood is actually this month's channel sponsor. Guitar Goddess and I have been playing this Brooklyn Live for about a year now, and we just love it. I'm gonna have this Brooklyn Live as well as all of Orangewood's other guitars linked in the description below for you guys to check out. The first thing that you want to know to play The Kind of Love We Make on guitar is that in order to keep this song as accurate and beginner friendly as possible, we're gonna capo up to first frets. The next thing that you want to know to play The Kind of Love We Make on guitar is the structure of this song. We're gonna start at the verse, then go to pre-chorus, then chorus, then verse, pre-chorus, chorus again, then we'll have another pre-chorus, and then one last chorus to take us out of the song. And the last thing that you want to know before we dive into The Kind of Love We Make is the 4 chords that you need to play this song. The first one is A minor, the next one is C, the next one is G, and the last one is F. And I have a beginner way to play that F chord as well as short chord tutorials for all the other chords linked in the pinned comment below for those of you who need them. And with all that in mind guys, let's dive into The Kind of Love We Make. The first thing we're going to take a look at is what we're playing for our verses. For our verses we're going to have a very simple 2-chord progression. That chord progression is going to be A minor and C. We'll just alternate between those 2 chords for the entire verse. And then we have one strum pattern we'll be using for both of those chords. That strum pattern is going to be down, 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 up for each chord 2 times. Now you'll notice that that third down strum is underlined. We're going to do something a little special there. What we're going to be doing just for that third down strum is we're going to take our pointer finger off of the first fret of the B string. We're going to do that for each one of those third down strums through that strum pattern. It'll kind of sound like this. We're going to go down, 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 up. So after we hit that third down strum with the open B, we're going to put our finger back on that first B, and then we're going to strum it up with that full A minor shape. Just like that. And we'll do that twice for each chord. And then again, same thing applies there for the C chord. We're going to do that same strum pattern we just did with the A minor with the C. We're going to do that same technique there where we take the pointer finger off on that third down strum and then put it back on for that last up strum. So down, 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 up. Just like that. We'll do that twice for each of those C chords as well. So nothing too crazy here guys, a little bit of an interesting technique, but very simple chord progression, very simple strum pattern. As far as something kind of interesting there in the strum pattern as well, it's really pretty beginner friendly too. So with that in mind guys, a couple times through that verse chord progression and strum pattern will look about like this without me talking. From there, we're into what's being played for our pre-choruses. For our pre-choruses, we're going to have a very similar setup, similar chord progression, similar strum pattern. We're going to have a 2-chord progression. It's just going to be G and F. And then we'll be using that same strum pattern, but we're only going to play through it once for each chord. And we're not going to have to worry about that kind of pulling off on the first fret of the B string. We're not using that same technique in the pre-chorus. We're just playing the strum pattern and the chords straight out. All we're doing is halving that strum pattern, so we only play the strum pattern for one measure, and of course switching up our chord progression. So just a little walkthrough of what that'll actually look like. G chord, we're going to go down, 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 up, and then to F, down, 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 up, and back to G, down, 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 up, and back to F, down, 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 up. And then that last F, I think it only plays through twice for each pre-chorus right there. It'll lead us into whichever chorus we're going into. So nothing too crazy here, guys. If you got the verse, this is going to be a breeze as well. But with all that in mind, a couple times through that pre-chorus chord progression with that strum pattern will look about like this without me talking. And finally guys, the last thing that you want to know to play The Kind of Love We Make on guitar is what we're playing for our choruses. Now our choruses are going to be kind of a combination of everything we've done so far. Pretty easy, but we'll walk through it here. We're going to have 2 different chord progressions. The first chord progression is going to be C and A minor And we're gonna repeat that chord progression 2 times. Now, this is gonna be almost exactly the same as what we played for our verses. We're just switching the A minor and the C. We'll be using the same strum pattern with that same kind of strumming pattern situation with the pull off of the first fret on the B for the A minor and the C there. We're doing that same thing for the choruses that we did for the verses. So just a little quick brief walkthrough from that. Start with our C chord here. We're gonna go for each chord, down, down, and then we're gonna take off that first fret on the B string, down, and then put it back on there, up, just like that. We're gonna do that 2 times through for each of our C chords. And then we're gonna go to our A minor, and then we're gonna do the same thing here, guys. Down, down, first fret of the B string off, down, and then put it back on, up. 2 times for each one of those A minors. So again, we'll play that C A minor, play through that twice, and then twice through that strum pattern for each one of those chords. That's our first little section. Last little section is gonna be the same thing that we played for the pre-chorus, which is that G and the F. We're only gonna play through that 1 time though, and our strum pattern for that last little section there is gonna be the same strum pattern that we played for the C and the A minor, except for we're not doing that kind of funky pulling off of the B string there, because we're using different chords here. So we don't have to worry about that in that situation on this last little line of the chorus. We're just gonna do down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. And then that last F right there will take us out of the choruses. So nothing too crazy here, guys. That whole thing just plays once through for each chorus. I'm gonna go ahead and play through it twice so you guys have a little bit more time to play along with me. But with all that in mind, guys, a couple times through that chord progression and those strum patterns that we'll be using for our choruses on The Kind of Love We Make will look about like this without me talking. And guys, that's everything you need to know to play The Kind of Love We Make on guitar. As always, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments down below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. And again, if this video helps you out, hit that subscribe button. I have about 900 other guitar and ukulele lessons on this channel. And I usually try to post at least 3 to 5 new lessons every single week. So if you're learning guitar or ukulele, there could not be a more perfect channel for you to check out. Hit up my Instagram at @thegroovyguitardude if you want to see other cool guitar related content or just what I'm up to in between videos. And lastly, guys, one more shout out to Orangewood Guitars. Thank y'all again so much for being this month's channel sponsor. Again, we've been playing this Brooklyn live for about a year now, and we just love it. It's a really solid kind of mid-range guitar. It's got built-in electronics and tuner, which I'm a huge fan of. We just love this thing. It's awesome. It's beautiful. Awesome inlays. That's one of my favorite things about Orangewood Guitars. So anyways, guys, again, I will have this guitar as well as all of Orangewood's other guitars linked down in the description below for y'all to check out. Guys, The Kind of Love We Make is a beautiful new song from Luke Combs. I'm really stoked to share this one with y'all. I don't listen to a whole lot of modern country music. It's just not my thing so much, but I really do like a lot of what I hear from Luke Combs. I feel like his stuff is really unique kind of in the country realm. He kind of has his own sound and his own writing style that's very different than kind of anybody else in kind of the modern kind of pop country or popular country kind of genre. And so I dig his stuff, and the song is no exception. I think it's really groovy. It's got some really groovy, pretty beginner friendly guitar parts that are fun to play, and not too bad, guys. Like I said, the only kind of funky thing here is just that little kind of pull off on the B string that we do in that strum pattern. It really kind of differentiates this song, and it makes it to where it sounds a lot like this song, or very accurate to this song. And I mean, of course, because that's actually what they're playing. But it's a really, really groovy technique, and it's still pretty beginner friendly as well. So anyways, guys, I had a lot of fun learning the song. I hope you guys have a lot of fun learning as well. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all soon.